It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is St. James. No, that's not Jamie St. James of Black and Blue. That is a band called St. James. And that one is for Kendall. Did she provide that for us?
I don't know that she provided it for us. She might have put us in contact with them. I know I emailed or Facebooked or whatever directly with the band. And they sent me the music, but she may have put us in contact with them. So
yeah, I think they're from like eastern Pennsylvania or southwestern New York, up in that area.
Not a bad band. Sounds like sort of Ted Poley-ish.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not bad.
Very much so.
Like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you might want to have some photos available for the video stream for this next little segment.
All right. What am I looking for?
I shared this with you earlier this week.
All right.
Where basically the email said, "Oh hell no."
Okay.
About the kids with the off the shoulder shit.
Oh yeah. Let me find those photos. Do I have my email open? I'll find the photos. You can go ahead and start this fucking story.
Okay. I for the life of me, I am having a really, well, I kind of know what the reason is, but it still just doesn't register with me why these young males today
right
are so hell-bent on being feminine.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't know why they want to look and why they want to act like girls.
Because it's easier than being strong?
I guess. I'm not really sure, but I've always blamed it on the whole single mother syndrome.
Sure.
And, this goes back to all the discussions we've ever had that, I see these guys, these young guys, be it late teens, early 20s. Their girlfriend is always driving, and they go to the gas station, and she gets out and she pumps the gas, and she goes into the gas station and buys the snacks and stuff while he sits in the passenger seat like a little pussy.
Right.
Texting on his phone or playing video games or Facebooking or whatever the fuck these kids do these days.
Right.
But anyway, boys are wearing off-the-shoulder tops to protest high school's dress code.
Fags.
So these boys are wearing these off-the-shoulder shirts.
Is that my screen?
Kind of like a chick.
Oops, sorry about that.
Because they're in solidarity with their female classmates.
Yeah, man. They're cool.
Yeah. On August 14th, students returned to the San Benito High School in Hollister, California for a new school year.
Did they?
But many female students in the approximately 3,000-member student body said they were met with a surprise when they found themselves being cited for dress code violations for wearing off-the-shoulder shirts.
Uh-oh.
Something that's been, quote-unquote, technically banned by the school's dress code policy for years, but they claim was only enforced beginning on Monday.
Oh, well, that's something.
Mm-hmm. I know that a lot of schools are now going to school uniforms because this kind of stuff seems to be cropping up quite a bit.
Sure.
School is a place to go learn. It's not a
it.
place for fashion shows and my personal preferences and all this other stuff. You got to go there and learn your curriculum.
Oh, Neeley, you're just such an old man.
I'm such an old guy. I'm an old fogey man.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is when your dress code or this, I should have the right to wear whatever I want to school and I should be able to do this and that. No, you don't.
Right.
Yeah. As a result, many students decided to protest.
Oh, good.
See, this again is this whole protest.
Right.
The enforcement of the off the shoulder shirt rule by wearing exactly that, including several male students wishing to express their solidarity with their female peers.
Well, that's good. The picture's up, by the way, if people want to see it.
I see CO Dan in the chat room also has one of the photos.
Yeah, well, I have the other one on the video.
Yeah.
Queers. That's just gay. I don't care I don't care what anybody says, that's gay.
Yeah.
And to not quote what everybody always says, there is something wrong with that.
There is something wrong with that.
There's definitely something wrong with men wearing an off-the-shoulder chick shirt. That's just fucking weird. Ugh.
Well, in this day and age, we don't know who's a chick and who's not, right?
Yeah. Maybe they're not identifying as men today.
I guess. The dress code policy hasn't been an issue in the past 2 years. I've been there, one female student said, who asked not to be named per her parents' request.
All right.
Let's see here. The student, who is 16 and a junior, shares that last year she would regularly wear her off-the-shoulder shirts, and it was okay, and it would be the same with a lot of other girls. This year, however, things are different. The students say that on the first day of school, she walked into the administrative office and saw 50 girls and 2 boys in there for dress code violations, including wearing off-the-shoulder shirts.
How dare they?
I know. How dare you enforce a rule when it doesn't fit with what I want to do?
Yeah, well, this was on the first day of school this happened?
That's what it says.
See, I could see that. Because, look, I put out all day long about how the video was going to work on the fucking show tonight. And must have had 100 people go, "Where's the video, man?" when the songs were playing.
Right.
So the assumption that people are going to actually read the information that's put out, why would you assume that they would actually pay attention?
Right. Because you should have delivered an individual message to each individual out there who would tune in so they understand what's required.
Individual phone call to each person, maybe?
I think you should have. I think you should have called each person personally and said, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
This is how it works. This is how you tune in.
Right.
There will be no video during the music breaks.
That's right.
So you need to be aware of these things.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
This year, however, let's see here, off the shoulder is a very big trend in the fashion industry right now. Yeah, so what?
So?
Do that on your own time.
Yeah, what does that have to do with learning English?
Yeah, you're in school today. And you're out with your friends on Friday night or Saturday, go ahead and wear your off the shoulder. Yeah. School is the place for that.
Yeah, when you're at the football game, wear your faggy shirt. Go right ahead.
So here's the excuse.
Okay.
It's not harming anyone physically.
Yeah. Neither is sucking a 10-year-old's dick. But it's still not allowed. And is anybody harmed in that act? Probably not. But it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
So stop it.
I think it's ridiculous how we have to fight against the administration to wear a shirt that is not harming anyone.
Yeah, well, too bad. How about you don't fight the administration? How about you teach your kids that the fucking bosses are in charge and they're not the boss? Grow up to be the boss and you can make your own fucking rules.
Right.
Fucking jizz bucket.
The student notes that the administration, otherwise known as the man,
the man,
but that's basically what this is really boils down to.
Right.
Says that it is for our own safety, but I don't understand what they are keeping us safe from.
Okay.
I don't really think that there is someone dumb enough to pull a shirt off.
Please.
They have no right to touch me or anyone else. Right. Yeah. Well, nobody has any right to put their hands on you, but people get raped all the time.
It doesn't even have to be.
You can't be raping me. You have no right to touch me.
It doesn't even have to be a rape, though, dude.
I understand, but my point is that by that logic, nobody would ever get raped if you have no right.
When you were in school, you didn't have people that like pants chicks or whatever?
I don't think I've ever seen a chick get pantsed.
Okay.
But guys did it all the time.
Well, guys did it all the time, but I mean, we used to do it to chicks every now and again too in school.
I don't think that ever happened when I was going to school.
I remember the girl perfectly well. Her name was Sherry. I won't say her last name because I actually still chat with her, but
okay.
But this was like 8th grade, and she was wearing sweats at a track practice. After school, we were in track. And somebody just came up and pantsed her. It was the first time I ever saw fucking actual bush on a chick.
Ah, nice.
It was the first time I ever saw it.
Was it another chick who did it? Or
no,
was it
a dude.
Guy?
It was a dude.
Really?
It was a guy just came right up to her and fucking dropped her pants.
Wow. I know that there would have been hell to pay if something like that had happened, during the time I was going to school.
He got in trouble, but so what? I'm just saying it happened.
Okay.
I mean,
well, how come the fact that he didn't have the right to do that didn't keep him from doing that?
I don't know, but after that I went and bought my off-the-shoulder shirts in protest.
Yeah, but see, he did that and he didn't have the right to do it. So how was he able to do that?
Yeah, and you know what? Now he's a physician. Fucker should have been in jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or shot to death.
Right.
How dare he? How dare a kid do something childish?
Yeah. How dare you do something you don't have the right to do?
That's right. I'm going to have to ask her if she remembers that.
Yeah.
I might leave out the part where it was the first time I ever saw a female bush, though.
Sure.
But it was.
Well, you don't have the right to rob a bank. How come banks still get robbed?
Yeah, I know. How does that happen?
How does that happen? You mean somebody actually thwarted or broke the rules?
Yeah. What? That can't be happening.
You don't have the right to just shoot and kill somebody, but it happens 50 times in Chicago on a weekend.
That's right. Look, Nathan in Kentucky found a pantsing of chicks.
Of course he did.
Nathan probably had it on his drive already.
Yeah. I don't think that was in the end drive, though.
Probably not, sick fuck. When did I see my first male bush? Oh, when was the first time you saw some male bush?
Me personally?
Yeah, 7th grade, 8th grade? Gym class?
You know what? I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Got to be 7th, 8th grade gym class.
I'm sure it was probably in that time frame.
Not embarrassed to answer that question, Demon. What do you think?
Anyway, the female student goes on. She says, I really don't think that there is someone dumb enough to pull down a shirt, first of all, and they have no right to touch me or anyone else. I mean, there is no point in that.
That's right.
They are focusing on the less important things here.
That's right.
She says she would prefer the administration focus on their time and energy on offering more food carts in the cafeteria to reduce lines for lunch instead.
It's a good idea. Good plan.
Yeah. Whatever benefits me.
Yeah, pal.
See, this is where we're at with everybody. It's just like, well, what benefits me?
Yeah, well, that's important. Mm-hmm. When I'm talking, it's all about me, pal. Maybe when you're talking, it's all about you, if I'm not listening, because it still should be all about me, but
right.
Any other time, it's all about me.
The student explains that the protest event started after girls who showed up for school pictures last week were told they could not have their picture taken while wearing off-the-shoulder styles.
Well,
my guy friends thinks it's ridiculous too, she notes.
So?
Like, they make fun of it.
So what? Are they administrators? No,
well,
then shut up.
Again, this all has to do with the whole social media, social this, if it goes against what's socially fun for me, then it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine going to your pop when you were 15 years old and saying to your old man, Dad, they're making fun of me because of my shirt, and I want to wear this shirt, and the school said no. What should I do? What would your dad have done?
My dad would have cracked me upside the head and said, just follow the rules.
He'd have been like, go put the right shirt on, dickhead.
Yeah.
There would be no discussion about this.
There is no discussion. It's just like, this is what the rules say. You go to that school, follow the rules.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times my old man that was like the threat was, if I did something fucked up in school and I knew I had to fix it somehow, if I dared to say I wasn't going to do it, my mom would just be like, do I need to take this to your dad? And that was it. Because I knew if it went to my dad, it was going to come off with a fucking handprint on the back of my neck or whatever.
Right, of course.
And that's how it got handled. And these kids today, it's like they feel like the school administrators are privileged to have them there.
Right.
So they got to be catered to. It's like, shut up, you jizzbag. Go learn your fucking Spanish.
Well, again, this boils down to these parents who raise their children to think that they're special.
Yeah, that is true.
San Benito High School principal Adrian Ramirez tells Yahoo that the recent events regarding the off-the-shoulder shirts have offered some major teachable moments for the entire high school community.
All right.
Teachable moments.
Teachable moments.
Yes. The students have been really good, really respectful and cooperative in terms of talking to us.
Right.
I've had 20 to 25 students have come in to meet with me in small groups or individually, and it's been a good process in getting their insights in regards to some of these issues regarding the dress code. Ramirez explains that the school dress code policy is outlined in the student's handbook and also distributed to all the parents each year. Some of the banned items include strapless shirts or tube tops. This also includes off-the-shoulder shirts, and that has long been a part of the dress code, though some students believe it is a recent addition.
Okay.
One thing I'm finding out about the students in the summer, strapless shirts are one of the fashion trends that is more prevalent. So on the first day of school, there was a significantly greater number of students wearing this.
Oh, good.
Students are saying that they are hearing the reasons strapless and off-the-shoulder shirts are not allowed is that because it distracts the boys, and that's definitely not it at all.
Okay.
And they felt offended by that, and I completely agree that if it was our stance, I would be offended too.
Do they feel that way, really?
Really? Part of my job is to clarify the why behind the dress code. Whether you are a male or a female student, it is your own responsibility not to be distracted regardless of your gender.
Right. There, I got the pantsing video.
It's been a really good process for me as a principal to sit down and hear their issues, he said.
Yeah.
We would blame a female student. We wouldn't blame a female student at all. We would never blame a female student for another student being distracted by something they wore.
Yeah.
The other thing is, as a school, we should be looking back and looking at how consistently we address the dress code across the campus, and that's something else students have brought up.
Okay.
Ramirez adds that at next week's faculty meeting, he intends to make a point of educating faculty about the latest trends in clothing to best ensure that the school has a consistent message when it comes to enforcing the dress code.
Yeah, how about this? It doesn't fucking matter what the trend in fashion is. It's not a fucking rehearsal for the Kardashians, for fuck's sake.
Right. Yep.
It's school.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez,
He also notes that he himself has seen about 3 or 4 male students in the past days who have worn a strapless blouse to school, and it is his understanding that it was their way of supporting the issue and some of the things being talked about regarding the current dress code policy.
Right.
Ramirez adds that his approach is the male students need to be treated equally as the female students. A boy can wear a piece of clothing that can fall into the category of not being secured. Mm-hmm. Those are some of the discussion topics coming up with the students in my office.
Can't wait.
Ramirez will meet with the Associated Student Body Group on campus on August 17th to announce that he will assemble a committee of students to start a conversation regarding dress code. See, I would never go down that road.
No, why are you starting a conversation?
I would just say, you know what? You all were handed a manual. Yeah. It's already been printed. The rules are in there. Just follow the fucking rules.
Yeah.
There's no discussion about this.
Yeah. How about this? When you go out into the real world, they're going to tell you what you can wear at that job. If you don't, you won't have that job. So this is your job now, and these are what you're going to wear. There's our discussion for you. Put on the fucking right clothes. God, why is that so fucking hard?
Well, because everybody's feelings are hurt about this.
Yeah, well, what are they going to do when they get in the real world and the fucking boss says, fuck you with your fucking, you want to wear this. You're fired. You know, that's what the boss will say. The boss isn't going to fucking engage in a discussion. He's going to say, hit the bricks, stupid, you're out. I mean, fucking hey, can you imagine? Dude, if somebody wanted to, in your business, if somebody wanted to wear a tuxedo every day, because that's the complete polar opposite of the business that you do.
Right. It's kind of like Step Brothers.
How long would that work before your bosses said, you know what, you got to fucking put on a pair of jeans and a shirt or a khaki pants or something? Your boss would not let that go 2 days.
Yeah. It's like, okay, what are you doing today? Oh, well, I wore this ridiculous thing for you.
Yeah. I'm making a stand.
Yeah.
I feel like we should dress more like formal. Your boss would be like, get the fuck out.
Exactly.
Your boss might fucking put a boot in the fucking, in between the tails.
Right.
You know, your boss would not put up with that shit. No way. Neither would you. Yep. They'd probably have you be the enforcer to boot him out.
I've already had several students who are interested in being part of the goal to make sure they are heard and can express their opinions and concerns.
Okay. That's nice.
And as for me, as a principal, the goal is to have a pulse on what's happening and to be able to express the why at the end of the day if we disagree on something. I do want to hear, and I appreciate that you give the context and the background on something to clarify what's going on and around.
Right.
My feelings were hurt.
I hate these kids.
I know.
Can't stand them.
It's hard to blame the kids, though.
No, I know, but it's going to be tragic watching them lose this country. That's going to be, you know, as much as we talk about how the country's going to shit with all this social justice stuff, the real tragedy is they're going to lose this country financially because we're not breeding enough people to have strength to go out and financially deal. They're going to get fucking smoked in the real world. Don't you think?
Listen, I'm in full agreement with that. It's just like, you know, as much as some people find being disciplined as distasteful as it is,
mm-hmm.
It's necessary.
Right.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be organized. You have to be disciplined. You have to be responsible because that's the cornerstones of any kind of success.
Right.
You can't just say, well, you know, I don't feel this works for me.
Right.
You know, why don't you take my feelings into consideration when it comes to my job duties?
Yeah, okay. Let me do that right away.
Mm-hmm.
Let me worry about you who's invested nothing in this business and fucking fucking could be concerned about how you feel about doing the job. Fuck off. Idiots.
Yep. Well, speaking of school.
Okay.
You're going to love this.
All right.
A woman allegedly snorted coke while parked in a school pickup line.
Okay.
So she's there in the pickup line, after, waiting for her kid to come out.
Yeah.
And she's in there snorting coke.
Well, dude, when you need a pickup, you got to get it.
Exactly.
She's in line for a pickup, all right.
Exactly. She may have been on a pickup line of her own.
There you go. I didn't even read this article and I got the joke.
Where do you think this happened?
Florida.
Florida.
Of course.
A woman was arrested outside of Fort Myers, Florida middle school Tuesday after a sheriff's deputy allegedly spotted her snorting cocaine off the screen of her smartphone.
Awesome.
While she was parked in the student pickup line.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for Junior to come out. I need a little bump. Damn, I feel so much better.
Yeah, now I can get him.
Being a mom is such a drag, but boy, you get this little bump while I'm sitting in the pickup line. Makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, it's perfect.
A Lee County Sheriff's Department deputy allegedly spotted Christina Hester, 39, using a credit card to chop up a white powdery substance sprinkled on her phone screen in the parked car outside of the Lexington Middle School around 3:50 p.m.
Boy, she's beautiful.
So she's sitting in her minivan with her cell phone out. She's got cocaine with rocks big enough to put in your driveway, and she's got her credit card out chopping it up there while she's sitting in line.
Right. Oh my God.
Snorting that shit right up.
Well, she needed a bump, dude. You know that.
Yeah.
She needed a little pick me up.
Right. Mother's little helper, as the Rolling Stones once quoted.
Well, she
the deputy then allegedly saw Hollister snort the substance through a straw.
Okay.
So she came prepared. She had a phone.
Mm-hmm.
She had a straw. She had her cocaine. So she was set up for business.
Yeah, no kidding. She's ready.
She's ready. Who sits there and premeditates? You know what? I better take my coke with me. Just in case I need a little pick-me-up in the pickup line.
Well, clearly Christina Hester did. She's a well-seasoned drug addict.
So anyway, the deputy waited until school dismissal ended and then retrieved Hester's purse from the car and conducted a field test for substances, which was in the bag that weighed approximately 5 grams.
Okay.
The substance tested positive for cocaine.
Well, that's something.
Hester was then promptly arrested and charged with possession of cocaine and drug paraphernalia.
Okay.
The next day, parents and students were left in shock.
Oh, my God.
And disgust.
You're kidding.
After hearing of the suspect's arrest.
Yeah, they were shocked and disgusted because none of them do coke, right?
No.
Just her.
That's just crazy.
Unbelievable.
That's just so irresponsible. They shouldn't be doing that, a 12-year-old Spencer said.
Gee, wow. Thanks for the input. You're kidding. They shouldn't?
They shouldn't be doing that.
That's a hell of a statement there. You mean you shouldn't do coke at the pickup line in a school? Really? Such a statement, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy. People come to school to learn and not see people doing drugs in their cars.
Oh my God.
Like, why would anybody do that?
Yeah, man. Why would they?
especially when there's kids of all ages here, 13-year-old Sarah McMillan said.
Well, at least we got the input of the 13-year-old.
Right.
What a stupid story this is.
It was not immediately clear if Hester had a child attending the Lexington Middle School.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if she thought she was like in the line for a fucking breakfast at McDonald's or something?
She was in the Hardee's line. She was going to get one of their big juicy burgers.
Yeah, just pulls up. I'll take a McMuffin.
Her bond has been set at $6,500. Her first court appearance has been scheduled for Friday.
Oh, that's good. Hopefully she did well.
Yeah. What the hell? I mean, how unaware of your surroundings do you have to be to where you're sitting there snorting coke in the front seat of your car? And there's like a sheriff's deputy out there monitoring the school line.
Have you forgotten the state?
Yeah, it is Florida. I get it. It is Florida.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to add rational thinking to Florida, dude.
Right. I know. But it is ridiculous, though. But think about that.
Yeah.
First of all, cocaine is, highly illegal.
Right.
And if you get busted out with it, you're going to jail.
Of course.
So just the haphazard, carefree attitude of some people.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just chop this shit up right here in the front seat of the car and snort it up while I wait for the kid.
Dude, I got a couple minutes. I don't think anybody's looking. Let me hit my... Man, where's that Coke? Oh, let me turn my phone off. Now I can see it. Hey, Siri. Where's my cocaine?
Siri's not talking to you.
Hey, Siri. Is it okay if I chop up cocaine right on my screen?
Okay, I found something on the web for is it okay if I chop up cocaine right on my screen? Take a look.
Guess Siri wasn't any help to her either.
Hey, Siri. Can I chop up cocaine on the iPhone screen?
Let me think. Here's some information.
Let's see what else. Hey, Siri. Should children waiting to get on the school bus be able to do cocaine?
I don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the web for, should children waiting to get on the school bus be able to do cocaine?
Hey, Siri. Can I do coke in the front seat of a minivan while a sheriff deputy watches?
Okay, I found this on the web for can I do coke in the front seat of a minivan while the sheriff deputy watches?
Hey, Siri. Did Christine Hester of Florida get sentenced to time on Friday?
Okay, I found something on the web for did Christina Hamster of Florida get sentenced to time on Friday?
Hamster?
Christine Hamster.
Christina Hamster? Come on, Siri.
Hey, Siri, where can I buy coke in Florida?
What kind of businesses are you looking for?
Hey, Siri, can you find me a drug dealer in Florida where I can buy coke?
Okay, check it out.
Hey, Siri. Who's the closest drug dealer to me?
The closest one I found is Twinsburg Quality Automotive on Ravenna Road.
Wow. I guess if you go to Twinsburg Quality Automotive, you get a little side action going.
Right.
That's funny. Fucking Siri.
Hey, Siri, do you snort coke?
Okay, I found this on the web for do you snort coke?
Holy shit.
Wow. There's some things in there. Tricks to snorting cocaine.
Look at that.
Shooting versus smoking cocaine. Different addictive.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Series right on it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving along.
All right.
So there's a girl paying the price.
Yeah, no shit.
All right. Well, here's something that's near and dear to our hearts for normal men.
Okay. Pussy?
Yes. How did you know that?
Just a guess.
So
not that those guys with the shirts on their shoulders would know anything about that, but
no, they're all dreaming of getting a vag.
probably true.
Right. But I saw this reoccurring request in the chat room, so I'm going to play this.
Okay.
There's a request in the chat room that we need a Snatch Chat bumper. Dude, I'm in a total fucking sexed up porn fucking drunk stupor tonight. I'm just ready to talk about pussy, 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 pussy.
Isn't that like the greatest word ever?
Cunt.
Roast beef.
Pictures of snatch shoots. The snatch.
You got 3 inches of moist skin flaps, and we'll do anything for that.
There you go.
Well, I have the Snatch Chat graphic up in the video. Of course, I had one of those ready.
All right, I'm sure that during your time as a young adult, even up to this day and age,
yes,
you've probably heard the old saying, if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Okay, sure.
Well, there's a study that said vaginas absolutely need sex or they'll waste away.
Really? I wish some of these whores that I'm trying to bang would figure that out.
It's a painful condition that can leave you itching, even burning down there. And no, it's not a sexually transmitted infection.
Would you mind sending me this article, preferably on some Dr. Letterhead? I could use that.
Right. Just when you thought you had enough to worry about after realizing having a depressed vagina is a thing.
Okay.
Women are also at risk of vaginal atrophy.
Okay.
Vaginal atrophy is common but treatable condition that causes the vagina wall to thin. And while it can be a problem for women of any age, it's more likely to affect women who are going through or have been through menopause.
So it's an old woman disease.
Not necessarily, they said. It's not necessarily for that. This is because the body produces less estrogen than normal, which is an effect on how the vaginal wall behaves. Vaginal atrophy can also occur in women who have been treated for cancer, especially those who have been hormone treatment for breast cancer, according to a clinic. Common symptoms include, you're going to love this.
Okay.
Are you eating anything?
No.
Discharge, burning, itching, difficulty peeing, and pain during sex.
Ugh. Jesus Christ, that doesn't sound very good.
No. Yeah. This might seem like enough to put you off from having sex for good. But regular orgasms from your partner or a bit of self-love can actually ward off the nasty symptoms.
A bit of self-love?
You know,
jerking.
Yeah.
Rubbing the puss.
Yeah.
Flicking the bean.
Yeah, rubbing one out.
Yeah. All right.
And the key is the increased blood flow to your nether regions when you climax. It works almost like a workout down there.
That's sexy.
And well, see this. You can use this as a like I'm concerned about you, and I don't think you're getting enough blood flow to your nether region. So let me be of assistance here to you.
Yeah. Let me help you there.
Yeah, let me help you in your sexual health.
And if you're on your period, my fingers will be the tester to make sure there's still enough blood flow down there.
Exactly. It is very important that we have a healthy sex life with a partner or with ourselves.
Wow. Do they have to add that part in now?
Well, not everybody has a partner, so it's just like, well, I don't have a partner, so I guess I won't be doing anything at all.
Do you think there's a woman ugly enough that no man on the planet would stick it?
That I don't know.
I can't fathom it. I cannot. Can you fathom it? Woman that's been in a car accident, woman that's like 1,400 pounds. Someone would still fuck her.
1,400 pounds.
Someone would still fuck her?
Sure.
You know they would. I think if there's a pussy and it's real and it's wet, someone will stick their dick in it.
Well, I'm going to agree with you there.
There's never going to be a time that would not happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's guys like Nathan from Kentucky. They'll stick anything.
He'll do that, right?
Yeah, of course.
This is Gregory in the chat room saying he's knuckle shuffle on my piss pump. What the fuck? People very often say, I don't have a sex life because I don't have a partner.
Okay.
But forget about that and
there
have
she
a
is.
sexual...
Wait a minute. Look
my
at,
God. Ouch.
Look at that. You wouldn't hit that?
I see that.
You wouldn't hit that?
No.
What if it'd been a really long time?
No.
5 years.
No. You're never going to bait me into that one at all.
10?
No.
How about you can have unlimited sex for the rest of your life with Susanna Hoffs?
No.
But you got to hit that just once.
No,
but if you don't, you have to cut your dick off.
Well, I'm not going to cut my dick off.
So
you'd
I
hit
guess
that.
I'm
gonna have, if that's the only option I have,
it's the only option.
I guess I'm going to have to hit that because I'm not going to cut my dick off.
I gotcha.
You did, but that's pretty detrimental, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. But she'd probably use that dick as a fucking utensil.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of girl there.
That is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it's
Do you think
about
she can stand?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think she just like shits right there in the bed?
Probably.
My God. Use like one of those spatula spoons to clean it off the bed.
A spatula spoon.
Like the spoon with the grate thing on the bottom of it.
I know what you're talking about.
Like you'd spoon soup. Only with this, it would just be smeared shit on her. Ugh. Boy, that would be tough.
Hey, your mind travels a lot of different places that mine never goes.
Just thinking about spooning out that shit and looking at the corn and shit that she ate.
No.
My goodness. And there'd be a lot. How much do you think she's got to eat to maintain that weight?
Well, I don't think she's interested in maintaining. I gotta wonder how people ever get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, but how does she maintain it? Like, how is she not losing weight just by sitting there?
Yeah.
That's got to be burning calories, like lots. Just sitting up like that? That's probably the equivalent to you running like 6 miles.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
She's hot. I mean, that's terrible.
Are you done with your gross analogy here or what?
Yeah, I guess so for now.
All right. It's about using massage and touching the tissue so that it becomes alive and the blood flows and the tissue becomes elastic.
Okay.
It's really about exercising the tissue.
Right.
So that's what you need to use on your prospective, girl. You say, I'm just here to exercise your tissue.
Right.
You got to turn it into, I care about you, so I'm here to exercise your tissue.
Gregory in the chat room, hope she doesn't use Perfect 7.
Right. Maybe if she had used Perfect 7, it would have been, she would have never got to that point.
Yeah, she used Perfect 6, which just stores it all in her fucking legs.
Right.
Ew. And people, stop texting me that I need to put that picture up on the video. I can't. It'll get us fucking kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Increasing blood flow increases oxygen supply to the vagina, which means it's less likely to become inflamed, thin, or dry.
Yum.
If the cells are not getting enough oxygen, they cannot eliminate waste from the tissue, which can cause inflammation and leads to the problems such as vagina atrophy.
Okay.
A buildup of toxins can also stop vital nutrients from getting to the cells, which can leave the tissue slightly weaker and thinner.
Okay.
So that's another talking point. I don't want you to have like the thin vagina walls.
When I'm fucking my woman, I need a thick vaginal wall here to make it nice and tight for me.
Don't you remember Sheena Easton sung about sugar walls?
Is that what she was singing about?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't listen to Sheena Easton.
Wall? Yeah, that's what she was singing about.
I don't even. I'm trying to think of that. Can you play that song?
Sugar walls?
Yeah, I don't even know that one.
Oh, come on now.
The only one I know is dot dot turnabout. You're taking and you're giving.
No.
Isn't that her?
Yeah, that is her, but that's not the song.
Just don't play more than 45 seconds.
I'll play a little bit of it.
All right.
Here we go, right here. Now listen to this.
I remember that song. Oh. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, Sugar Walls.
Yeah, I didn't know that's about her fucking pussy.
Yes.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
You learned something new 30 years later.
Yeah, no kidding. I might have liked that song then. If I knew
it was that tomorrow, you'll be singing Strut and you'll be singing Sugar Walls tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt Strut will be fucking on my mind now. It's in my mind now. I'm sitting here humming it in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Sheena Easton, really.
I wasn't there, but I did like the Strut video, though.
I always thought she was the ugly girl that Prince was fucking.
You think she was ugly?
Compared to the others, yes.
Okay.
She was definitely not as good as Sheila E. or Apollonia.
Oh, Apollonia was top shelf.
Yeah, so was Sheila E., really.
Yeah, she was okay. She didn't really do it. But
look up the cover of the Glamorous Life album.
I saw it. I know what she looks like. I've seen her photos and her videos and everything. And she's okay.
Oh, I know why you didn't like her. Never mind.
Nice.
Never mind. They tear statues down because of it.
They tear statues down because of that.
That's right. That's why they're tearing down the statues, because you didn't like Sheila E.
Right.
Yeah, Vanity, too. She's another hot piece of puss.
She's dead.
All right. It's dried up now, but it was still a nice piece of pussy back in the day.
Yeah, poor Vanity. She's gone.
Yeah. What'd she die of?
She died, what, like 2 years ago?
Was that a lack of talent?
I think she had some kind of disease.
Yeah, let's find her.
Vanity.
Death. What did she die of? Yeah, she's only 57. Kidney failure as a result of years of crack cocaine.
There you go.
How sad.
Her real name was Denise Matthews.
Yeah, she's Vanity.
Yeah. Dead.
Nope. Goodbye.
Yep.
Can't even think of a song she sang.
Drugs will just destroy you.
Do you know any Vanity 6 songs?
No, I do not.
Me either. So let's not even look.
Okay.
She's dead. Goodbye.
Mazzani also said losing the ability to have sex is not just a physical problem.
No?
It can have some serious side effects on a person's mental health. So there's another argument you can use, Chris.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to be mentally healthy, so I'm here to bang you.
I say it all the time to them, though, just in a different way. I always say, what are you, fucking nuts? Of course you want to have sex.
Right.
You're not crazy. Suck my dick. Please, come on.
Right. When your ability to have sex and your desire to have sex decreases, it is a massive change in identity.
Mm-hmm.
You start to question, who am I now if I'm not a sexual woman I used to be?
Do they really?
That's what it says.
Then why do they make you fight so hard to get it?
I don't know the answer.
Just give us the pussy. We'll keep you from going crazy.
Right.
That's what I'm learning here.
It can cause depression and an identity crisis and deep consideration of existential nature.
Okay.
Depending on how severe the condition is, you may have experienced a variety of symptoms, including, are you going to write these things down?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Dryness.
Yuck.
Burning sensation, particularly when you pee.
Yum.
Discharge. Itching. Urgency to pee. Urinary tract infections. Incontinence. Light bleeding after sex. Discomfort during sex. Dryness during sex, and a shortening or the tightening of the vagina.
What do you think that discharge is? Like dust bunnies? From lack of use?
Either that or it's infection.
Have you ever experienced a really dry pussy?
No, I don't think I've ever had that experience.
Like a true dry, like even if you try to slide your finger in, it's kind of like trying to stick your finger through like I don't know, like that side little plastic on a refrigerator. That holds the door shut.
Yeah.
It just
means the seal.
Yeah, it just has like that suction thing and you can't get your finger through it.
No.
You got to kind of pry it open.
Fortunately, I've never experienced that, but I'm going to take your word for it.
No, I haven't experienced it either. I'm curious. I've never run into. I did. There was one chick that I can remember clearly. And she was young too, which makes no sense. This is when I was in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and this girl's name was Candy, which was her real name was Candy. Wasn't like a stripper name or anything. That was her real name was Candy.
So was she like Candy?
No, she really wasn't.
She wasn't Candy at all.
No, her pussy tasted kind of funky, but. She
was it like funky cold Medina?
It wasn't cold. It was wet, or not wet. It was like mid. I don't even know how to explain this. It was like mid lubricated, like
mid lubricated. Okay,
there was enough. I mean, dude, we were Army guys. It's not like we were walking around with lube, The lube was fucking how much you spit on your dick and stuck it in her. You know, that was the extent. And I mean, she had a wet enough puss to get in, but I like the second or third time that night that I was banging her, she was like, "We got to stop because I'm drying out." and I was like, "What does that even fucking mean? You're drying out?" And literally, it was, you know, when we stopped, and then I couldn't bang her anymore because she was like not moist anymore.
Maybe she was actually a guy with a artificial pussy.
I don't know. That was 1986. I don't think they were doing fake pussies at that point, were they?
Look at Demon. She's got a GIF in the chat room that shows dry pussy.
Yeah, there it is. That's what happened when I pulled my dick out. It just went.
You actually blew the dust off your dick.
And then she tried to queef, and it just sounded like wind.
It was like running a vacuum cleaner in reverse. It was like the Munsters when Morticia vacuumed the house. She just like blew dust all over everything.
I went to go down on her, and I saw like a wavy fucking palm tree. Look, but as I got closer, it disappeared.
Right.
It was just a fucking mirage from dryness in the desert.
You could just see the waves of heat rising up out of it.
That's right, but no lubricant to speak of.
No.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever experienced anything with like dry puss.
All right.
It's interesting though, because if you've never done the bleeding vag though, have you?
No.
That if you bang a chick and she's if she's heavy on her flow, like if she's right in the middle of it, it's okay. But if you catch her on tail end, it could dry out and get a little sticky. You know, okay. It's kind of like if you put jelly on your hand and you just sat there for about 20 minutes. It would be like a thicker, almost like a lollipop type thing.
So it would be like a sticky sucker.
Yeah, it'd be like lollipop crust on your fingers.
All right, nice. Well,
I've heard.
I got to live vicariously through your experiences because you've lived the life.
Well, if it's something sick and sexual, I've probably tried it.
All right. Vaginal atrophy is generally caused by a decrease in the production of female sex hormone estrogen. Estrogen is the main hormone that regulates a woman's menstrual cycle and controls ovulation. It is also responsible for thickening the vaginal wall and causes it to release mucus once a girl hits puberty.
All right.
So if you stop producing estrogen, the walls of your vagina become thin and dry.
Sounds hot to me. I mean,
yeah, vaginal atrophy is most common in women who have gone through menopause, but certain cancer treatments and hormone treatments can also cause it. Women who are smokers, who have never had vaginal birth or do not have sex or pleasure themselves, are also more at risk.
Really?
Yeah.
So if they've never squeezed out a kid, but they smoke a lot?
They smoke and they don't have a lot of sex, they'll just dry up and blow away.
All right. Well, that leaves all the ones that I'm finding at the trailer park out. Not the cigarette part, but definitely the not had kids.
Right.
You know, those chicks, they fucking, wow. You think that there's a single trailer park in this country that has under 100 kids in it?
Well, I guess it depends on the size of the trailer park.
I say 5 trailers or more.
100 kids in a 5-trailer park?
Sure. It's a trailer park.
No, I don't think there's 100 kids in there. No.
I'm kidding. But I'm saying a normal size trailer park. Like,
what is a normal size?
Let's say 20 to 100 trailers. Is that normal?
Well, 100 trailers, 100 kids. That's not outrageous.
No. But what about like 25 trailers, 100 kids?
4 kids per trailer?
On average.
That's pretty high.
Because poor people live in trailers and they have nothing to do because they can't afford cable.
So they got to bang them out.
So they bang.
Chris Porter says they got to bang one out every third fiscal quarter.
Right. And a lot of people that live in trailer parks are very much sucked into the stupidity of religion. So they believe that they have to have like 18 kids to,
But do you think it's a belief in procreation, or do you think it's just that they don't use any kind of birth control because they think it's wrong?
Well, I think it's a little of that. It's definitely some lack of birth control. It's definitely procreation, and it's definitely pro boredom or anti-boredom.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, like I said, that comedian Chris Porter, he's like, it's always what do you call it? It's like Hector and Velveeta. They're always banging out a bunch of kids,
right?
In a trailer park.
Yeah, well, that's where it happens,
Yeah.
So, and Lord knows, if you have a little bit of money and you date a girl in a trailer park, you are going to get a lot of pussy.
Sure.
There's no doubt about that. And they're more than willing.
I can't say that I've trolled the trailer parks, but I know that's sometimes where your thoughts go as to where you could troll the trailer parks and get lucky.
It's a good place, dude. If you just want to get your dick sucked, that's a good place.
Do you know this for a fact?
Yes.
Okay.
The grocery store, you find yourself a good Save-A-Lot or Aldi's near a trailer park, you're talking dating heaven.
Dating or hookup?
It's a date. I mean, you don't say hookup because then they'll know that you're just trying to bang them.
Right. As if they're totally oblivious to that fact.
You tell them, look, you're special. I want to give all my hundreds to you.
Right.
Oh, I'm giving away all my secrets tonight, Jesus.
Yes, you are. Dating Tips by Chris Aiken.
This is a real episode of Snatch Chat.
Sure. Getting back to the article here, smoking affects your blood circulation, resulting in the vagina and other tissues not getting enough oxygen.
Okay.
It also reduces the effects of estrogen.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be asking yourself, what can we do to help these vaginas not atrophy?
Stick your fingers in, flick the sides, and pour water in.
Exactly. Vaginal moisturizers and lubricants can be used to treat dryness and help improve your sex life.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to apply moisturizer every 2 or 3 days, but the effects usually last longer than lube. Mm-hmm. A lubricant is used mainly to make sex easier and more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
If symptoms don't improve, over-the-counter estrogen therapy may be recommended. Creams can be inserted into the vagina daily to restore the tissue, and estrogen tablets may be recommended to help restore the body's natural levels.
Can you imagine?
And a good dicking now and again probably wouldn't hurt.
Can you imagine day to day just seeing your chick fucking going knuckles deep with a fucking finger full of vag cream? I'm just lubing my walls, honey.
Exactly, my sugar walls.
Oh, yuck. And it's like this fucking off-white gritty color. It just looks like dried up semen or toothpaste.
Dried up semen or toothpaste.
Yeah, kind of like a combination of the two. It just looks horrendous. Seeing her just, here, I'll put my fingers up here in the camera and just putting your 2 fingers like this and just squirting it on like on a toothbrush, and then just reaching between her legs and going up in there. Ugh. Or maybe covering it on like a tampon and then swiffering it back and forth.
I think your mind is way overactive.
Why? I mean, you just said that they got to put lube on this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how they do it. Is there an applicator?
I think there's probably a class for you out there.
Yeah, it's a class I should teach.
Yeah, you need to go out there and attend. How does this work exactly?
Well, I'd like to know. I mean, we're supposed to be getting our news from our news source. I'm not learning enough here.
Right.
I'm not learning the ins and outs of this.
A little the old in and out.
Yeah.
Too funny.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a short break.
Okay.
And we'll come back and we'll wrap up the show.
What?
Yeah, it's about an hour.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's gone quickly.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. All right, cool.
I think I'm going to play something from the band Wretch.
Okay.
That's another Auburn Records
yes.
artist.
Mm-hmm. Is this Wretch or is this Wretched with an R?
This is Wretch, W-R-E-T-C-H.
Yep, they're on 2 labels that we know, Auburn and Pure Steel.
Okay.
Both who are allowing us to play their stuff.
Excellent.
So it's all good.
All right. Well, now that we've learned about all the erotic ins and outs